Welcome to the Technical Writing Success Podcast from Kurt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. This is episode 155. I'm Fred, and with me is the ever-insightful Daphne.
Great to be here.
Today we're looking at a really foundational tool. It's something pretty much every technical communicator should know about. This is all coming from a new article by our producer, Kurt Robbins.
Right. He just published it on LinkedIn, I think on November 14th, 2025. It's a review of the screen capture tool, Snagit. And the article, it really jumps right in. It makes this bold claim that comparing your basic built-in tools, print screen or the snipping tool, to Snagit is like comparing a memo pad to a full-blown word processor.
That's a strong statement. It tells you right away this isn't just about grabbing a picture of your screen. The whole point seems to be that Snagit is a complete, what does he call it, a communication, annotation, and quick fix visual workflow tool.
Exactly. So our mission here is to figure out why. What makes it so dominant that it turns a simple screen grab into, well, a professional asset?
So it's about the whole process, not just the click.
Precisely. The capture itself is, and I'm quoting here, just the start. The real power is in everything that happens right after you take that shot.
Okay, so let's unpack that. If the capture is just step one, what makes the Snagit editor this workbench for pros, especially for someone writing, say, a training manual?
Well, the editor is built to stop you from having to jump to another program. Think about the basics you need every single day. You need to point things out, you need to add text, and crucially, you have to hide sensitive info. Arrows, text boxes, shape, but they're instant and they look professional. You can keep the style consistent across dozens of images. But I think the killer feature here, especially for anyone in a corporate environment, is the blur tool, the redaction tool.
Ah, that is a huge deal.
Yeah.
If you're documenting something with user data, like names or account numbers,
it's a nightmare to do that manually. You'd have to open Photoshop, draw black boxes. It's slow. Snagit makes it a two-click action. It standardizes it, which is huge for legal and compliance.
okay, that makes sense. It keeps the whole process in one place. So that workflow leads right into the features that are built for clarity and speed, the things that really make it different from the free tools.
Right. And it starts with the capture itself. The all-in-one capture it's just really smart. Most tools make you pick region, window, full screen.
And you always pick the wrong one first.
You do, but Snagit sort of anticipates what you want. But the feature that tech writers absolutely love is the scrolling window capture.
Oh, the scrolling capture. I mean, the amount of time this saves is just incredible. For anyone who hasn't used this, imagine you have to capture a long web page.
The old way was what? Take 10 separate screenshots, paste them into an editor, and try to line them up perfectly.
It was awful. Tedious, you'd always mess up the alignment, and it could take you, 20 minutes just for one image?
And Snagit just does it in one go. It turns 20 minutes of pure frustration into maybe 20 seconds of perfection.
That one feature alone is probably worth the price for a lot of people.
Yeah.
The article also mentions panoramic scroll and OCR.
Yeah, panoramic is great for wide interfaces like complex dashboards. And OCR, optical character recognition, that is a lifesaver. It lets you pull the actual text out of an image. So if you're documenting an old system where you can't copy-paste an error message...
You can just grab it from the screenshot without retyping and risking a typo.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's get to the real aha moments, the tools that are purely for instruction. Let's talk about the Simplify tool. That seems unique.
It really is. The Simplify tool is, I think, a huge strategic advantage. What it does is it intelligently flattens a busy user interface into a clean, sort of wireframe-style graphic.
So why is that better than just a regular, realistic screenshot?
That's a great question. Because a real screenshot has too much visual noise. You have logos, colors, buttons. The user isn't supposed to click. Your eye just wanders. By flattening it, stripping away all that clutter, you force the user's attention only on the parts you've highlighted.
Ah, so it directs their focus.
Instantly. It's amazing for creating SOPs, standard operating procedures.
That's really clever. It's about communicating strategically, not just reproducing the screen. And that pairs with the step tool, right?
It does. The step tool lets you click on an image, click here for step 1, click there for step 2. It numbers them for you automatically. It just makes the procedure so much easier to follow.
And we can't forget the video part. It's not a video editing powerhouse, but it's fast.
It's designed for that quick, let me just show you moment. You record your screen and voice, trim the beginning and end, and you've got an MP4 or a GIF. The article says you can do it in under 2 minutes.
So instead of a long email, you just send a quick video.
Exactly. A huge time saver.
Let's take a brief break for a special message from our producer, Kurt Robbins.
Hi, this is Kurt Robbins. First, thanks for listening. I truly appreciate your support. I want to let you know that I'm currently accepting new clients. My rates are affordable, and I have more than 25 years of experience working for enterprise companies like Microsoft, Northrop Grumman, Oracle, PNC Bank, FedEx, USAA, and Wells Fargo, among many others. If you want to improve your IT documentation and communications, hire me. I deliver fast, know how to use AI to improve efficiency and accuracy, and love going the extra mile to satisfy my clients. Thank you for subscribing and listening. Back to you, Daphne and Fred.
Welcome back to the Technical Writing Success Podcast.
All right, so we've talked about all the great things. Now we need the reality check. Snagit is powerful, but it does have its limits, right? And the big one is it's not free.
Yeah, the cost.
Yeah.
That's a barrier.
Yeah.
The article says it's about $70 US for a lifetime license.
And that $70 gets you 1 year of maintenance. After that, you've got a small fee if you want to keep getting the newest versions. For some people, going from $0 to $70 is a big jump.
It is. So you have to be really clear about what you're getting for that money. We need to manage expectations.
You really do. You justify it by the time saved on those advanced features, the scrolling, the redaction, the simplify tool, but you also have to be very clear about what Snagit is not.
Right. It is not a graphics tool.
Absolutely not. It is not Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator. If you need to create complex graphics from scratch, this isn't your tool. Its job is to annotate and clean up, not create.
And the video feature is simple for a reason.
A very firm reason. It's for one-take recordings. You cannot mix clips. You can't add fancy transitions. You can't manage multiple audio tracks. If you need a real video editor, you need to look at something like Camtasia or Adobe Premiere. Snagit chooses speed over power.
Okay, so let's tie this all together in our last segment here. The return on investment. For that $70 price tag, who gets the biggest benefit? Let's start with a big company, an enterprise.
In a large organization, Snagit becomes the standard. IT help desks use it to annotate error messages. HR uses it for training docs. Everyone is using the same tool, so the visuals are consistent.
And for them, the redaction feature must be absolute gold.
It is. The legal and security folks love it. You can redact sensitive data instantly, which makes meeting compliance rules so much easier. And enterprise licensing makes it simple to roll out.
Okay, what about the other end of the spectrum? Startups, small companies, budgets are tight, but they need to move fast.
For them, it's all about saving time across different roles. A developer can send a perfectly annotated bug report instead of a long email. A support agent sends that 30-second video. It just cuts down on ambiguity and back and forth. The time saved pays for the seat license very quickly.
It eliminates confusion.
Okay.
I like that. So finally, what about individual consultants, freelance technical writers?
For that group, the article literally calls it non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. Wow.
Because your time is your money. Every hour you save stitching screenshots or redacting information is an hour you can bill to something else. It lets you build a consistent library of assets. The professionalism it adds, it's a key differentiator.
So the $70 license pays for itself on the first project.
Easily. If you save even a few hours of manual work on a decent-sized job, you're already ahead. It's not really a cost at that point. It's a productivity multiplier.
It really changes the question from, can I afford this, to can I afford to waste the time this tool saves?
That's the heart of it. And that brings up a good final thought for you, the listener, to consider. We know that clear visuals help people learn faster and reduce support tickets. So given the low cost of Snagit and its very specific tools for clarity like Simplify and Tectile, how much is that kind of professional communication worth to your project right now, or even to your career?
A great question to end on.
Yeah.
Because in our field, clarity is pretty much the most valuable thing you can produce. Thank you for listening to the Technical Writing Success Podcast from Kurt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We'll see you next time.